We're going to talk now about augmented 6. This is the third main topic in Unit 5. This is Handel's Messiah. It's Since by Man Came Death. There's a chromatic wedging that goes on through here. At the beginning there's some plagal motion as we start from here, tonic, A minor, 4 to diminished 6 to the 1. Okay, now the wedge begins. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. That's quite a chromatic climb. And then A, G, F sharp, F natural, E. And all this culminates in a motion from the augmented 6 pushing into the dominant. That's our augmented 6 chord. Listen to how intense it is. Since, this is right here, since. That's the normal 4. It's a 4/6, but it's got this F sharp to make it major, borrowed from major. And then here is the augmented 6 chord with some motion, and here's the dominant. It's significant that it's in one of these wedging out patterns where the outer voices diverge from one another, because that is a common place for an augmented 6 chord. It furthers the wedging because the voice leading requires it. When you've got an augmented 6 between your outer parts, as we have here, this is an augmented 6, the interval, we've got F to D sharp, F natural to D sharp. Now if it were a major 6, it would be a D natural up there, but we've got a D sharp, that makes it augmented. This distinctive resolution occurs next. It's the wedging outward by half step in both outer parts. In terms of scale degrees, it's sharp 4 moving to scale degree 5 in the topmost voice. It doesn't always have to be the topmost, but in some upper voice, you get that half step motion to 5. Then you have motion to 5 down below, but it's down a half step. Flat 6, the lower version of scale degree 6, moving downward to scale degree 5. So they both end up on scale degree 5, but they're moving outward like so. The inner voice kind of helps make it sound good together by just providing scale degree 1, in this case a couple octaves. So the essential elements of an augmented 6 chord are flat 6 in the bass, sharp 4 up top, and scale degree 1 in the middle. Now you can see why you'd want to double scale degree 1, because flat 6 and sharp 4 each are tendency tones and they have to resolve, and this way you could move directly. He's got a cadential 6/4 and decorated resolution, but once you do this you can take each of these voices to some member of the dominant and you're there. This augmented 6 is called an Italian 6, and it's going to a 5 here. That scale degree can be viewed as just a passing tone here. Here we get the 6/4 and then a 5/3. What's the function of an augmented 6 chord? What's the function of this Italian 6? It's to move to the dominant, so it's a predominant chord. That's its function. A couple scale degrees that need to resolve. Sharp 4 and flat 6 have to resolve. So what do you want to double? You want to double what's most stable, which is scale degree 1, if you've just got these 3 notes. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about other kinds of augmented 6 chords. The Italian that we've just witnessed is just one, but it's the most important because it gives you all the core ingredients. An Italian augmented 6 chord has flat 6, 1, and sharp 4. As we notice, the 1 is doubled. But these others, the German and the French, have 4 elements. In terms of scale degrees, you're adding 1 ingredient to the basic ingredients of the Italian. The German adds flat 3, the lower version of scale degree 3, to the basic ingredients. The French adds scale degree 2. If we're in C major, then the Italian 6 is this. Flat 6, 1, sharp 4, and I've doubled the scale degree 1. Here's the resolution. Now, if I want to turn this from an Italian 6 into a French 4-3, I just need to move one of those scale degree 1s up to scale degree 2 and create the French 4-3. Here's the resolution. Notice that scale degree 2 can stay put. Now, if I want to turn the French into a German 6-5, I just need to move up yet again. Now here's where I need to be real careful, because when I resolve, I need a cadential 6-4.